I finally got my Barbie Basics You Create kit, and my one question is it worth 100 doll hairs? Let's find out. 100 doll hairs and many days in shipping later, I finally got my Barbie Basics You Create kit. I'm laughing, and the reason I'm laughing is because I'm in New York City and their warehouse is in Pennsylvania, and for some reason, this package took 6 days to get to me. I'm gonna use a reference point, which might be an unfair comparison. I ordered some clothing pieces from AliExpress, which shipped from China, and those also took exactly 6 days to get to me from halfway across the world. Now, I know America's infrastructure is crumbling, and Mattel just fired half of their staff, but you know, my expectations from one state away was to maybe do a little bit better. I'm asking too much, I suppose, but that's fine. We're gonna open this Barbie Basics You Create kit today because I've waited long enough. My interest in it is high, I would say. I'm very interested in it conceptually. Is it going to live up to my expectations, and is it worth 100 doll hairs? That's my question for today. So we're gonna look at every little detail. We're not gonna leave one stone unturned. Every little thing is going to be scrutinized. And finally, when we get to the end, the authority, me, on whether things are worth your money, will let you know whether I think this is worth my $100. First impressions on this box, it feels extremely heavy. I don't know why. It only has 3 dolls in it. Let's see if it feels as heavy without the shipper. Kinda, yeah. I wonder why that feels so heavy. But look, pretty. Here's the box. It looks really nice, actually. This looks real classy and simple. And since it's basic, yeah, I like that. It feels like when I'm holding this in my hands, it feels luxury, if I'm honest. On the back of the box here, we've got all of our girlies. The sides are very, very plain. To go with this kit number 1 that I've got, I also picked up at an overstimulating trip to FAO Schwartz Barbie Basics number 1 with the kit face mold. I got her because she's the skin tone match for this kit, and I thought that I should have all the body types because in the kit comes a petite, a tall, and a curvy, and she's on the standard body. So I simply cannot wait one more second. I'm gonna pull this girl out of the box. I'm gonna set up my kit over there, and we're gonna take a real close, detailed look. We're gonna scrutinize everything, and it's gonna be so much fun. I don't want to be in this shot, so I hope I'm not. I have no viewfinder. So here's our Barbie Basics You Create kit. We've got Kit standing by. She does have this little plastic thing on her head, which is great because I plan to use that when I wash her hair to keep it flat. We'll put that aside for later. But what we're really here to look at today is this stunning kit. The box feels extraordinarily heavy and it feels very luxe. It's shiny, it's black, it's got a beautiful simple white trim on it. It says Barbie signature, all in white, and then kit number 1, You Create Barbie Basics. All very sleek styling on the box. As I showed you before on the back, this is the girls all styled in different clothes featured in this kit. It once again says Barbie signature, very little, very sleek. Excuse my band-aid, you know, the hands are dry. So that's what we're looking like. So far, I feel like it feels luxury, okay? Let's open her up and see what's inside. So, my ass trying to be careful, I'm probably gonna rip this. Okay, so there's a Velcro closure here, and the box opens up like so. Okay, this is our box display. Something about that feels also luxe. It feels premium. I feel like they're probably putting a lot of budget into packaging. which, you know, is fine. I feel like this packaging is nice enough that you could do a craft project and sort of make it into a closet, but as it stands right now, it's not quite a closet, you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? And here, a lovely set of instructions. We've got our classic Barbie COA just taped to the inside of this box. Let's see that. Oops, I'm ruining the aesthetic. Oh God, I wanted to make it aesthetic. So here is our COA. You create Barbie Basics certificate of authenticity. Let's see. It feels very papery, just a waste really, who cares? Now, what should we start with? I think I want to pull out all of the dolls and I want to check that out first. So there's these cute little finger holes you can just use to pull out this plastic. Simple, easy. I said, and then I struggled. And finally, our last little girlie, there she is. All right, already seeing some quality control issues, of course, because we're looking at a Mattel product here. So I'm already seeing some scratches on my curvy body. Let's see how my other one's looking. They're looking okay. I guess it's just the curvy one that got some scratches and dents. And I'm just gonna cut this and see. Easy, she fell. Let's try this one. Okay, and then I'm gonna cut this one. Okay, so bodies came out nice and easy, love that. And I think I'm gonna put the bodies aside for a second. I think this piece just pops right on out. And that is of course taped to this. Okay, we're just gonna do this and the heads will come out on these things so we don't have to destroy this. I don't know if it's that important if I'm honest. All right, I've released everything from this part of the packaging, okay? Here's our 3 heads. This one, she's got a little something. She's very pretty. I think she's my favorite of the group. We've got this one. Precious little freckles on that one. She's very pretty. And we've got this one. She's also very pretty. She's got earring holes, as all of them do. And those are our 3 heads. Their names are Lizette, Reed, and Cheryl in no particular order because nobody's ever clarified who's who. Let's guess who's who, shall we? I'm thinking Lizette, Reed, and Cheryl. Let's see. One day we'll find out, and one day we'll find out if I'm right. I'm not going to remember what I just said. All right, the next thing I want to do is find the stands, and I'd imagine the bottom is the stand compartment, and everything's gonna fall because there's no shelves. I really think the box design would be better if they could even just put like a little piece of cardboard in there to hold the drawers in place. But I believe these are stand bottoms. Let's find out, and let's lift our drawers, quote unquote, back up.
Don't forget to subscribe for more amazing content like this.
So already like box design could use a little help, and I don't remember where any of them were, so I'm just gonna shove them in. That's what we're doing. That's how we're doing it for now. So everything seems to come in paper bags, which is, I suppose, wonderful for the environment. Let's open these up. Looks like here we've got a wider one and a smaller one, so that's cool. They adjust the stands for the different body types. Love to see it, okay. So there's 2 that are the same size. So that must be for the petite and the tall, and then one that's slightly wider for the curvy. So that's cute, love to see it. I don't know, let's see what these are like. All the same, and there we go. Wonderful. Let's bring our bodies back into the picture. Here they are. So this is our new neck connector. We've probably all come to know and love. The neck connector in the front is just much thinner than the old Barbie neck peg, and it doesn't have like pokey bits sticking off of it. So removing and putting the heads back on is a very simple process now. I'm gonna go ahead and attach heads to bodies that I think go with them. So if you haven't seen this whole new mechanism here, we've got this nice, easy, small neck peg, and we're just gonna push that little head on there, and now your head is on the body. So simple, so easy. It's a delight. These bodies feel stiff in comparison to some bodies that I've used and tried. That's just a point of note. She's so little and cute. So there are the girlies. Let's bring Kit in here for fun. And what I want to do, because I noticed in the Made to Move bodies some differences in how the joints work, is just have a look-ski. Look at this hair, terrible. All right, things I've noticed in the past, which are still true today with all of these dolls. The standard Made to Move body here has the worst upward shoulder movement of any of the bodies. The rest of them seem to have an almost 180. I feel like the curvy actually is the closest to 180. These two kind of are similar, and then her arms are looking sad and low. The other thing I noticed is that the elbow joints on the curvy dolls are harder to move than some of the elbow joints on the other dolls, so let's check that out. I'm just interested because I have them all here. Yeah, I'm still struggling on the elbow joint on the curvy doll. I don't know, I can't get the second joint to engage. Let's see if somebody else's second joint will engage. Yep, that one went pretty easily. Let's see our petite body. I am just interested in this. There's that one. And our tall girl, also a pretty simple move. For some reason, I just really struggle with the curvy body. And this happened with my number 5 Heidi also. The rest of the joints seem to work exactly the same across the board. All right, now I suppose it's time to see what's in the rest of these drawers, because they don't function as drawers at all. Now I did mix these up when everything fell down, so this, who knows what's gonna be in here. It's probably different on yours. Another black bag. I like paper, that's good because it saves the planet a little bit. Okay, I've got wigs in here. This is the thing that I'm probably the most interested in. There's a hairnet on it. That's nice to protect the hair. Here's what we're seeing fresh out of the package. Let's pull this off and have a look-ski. So, okay, we'll talk about it in a second. Here's this one, which I was probably the one that I was most excited about, was the Hime cut, but I can already tell it's not gonna be what I want. And this one here, it's the blonde one. I don't know about this one. I feel like it's gonna look bad. Let's have a look. I mean, oh, that one feels not soft. The issue with these wigs that I can tell already is that the hair fiber that they chose to use, which I don't know what it is, has a very unhair-like movement style, and since it's already a wig and it already looks a little bit unnatural, whatever the hair choice was is just making this less natural and more wiggy. It's not soft. I mean, it's not like hard, but it doesn't feel the softest. It doesn't, see how it doesn't have any natural movement to it. So, I mean, that's a little bit disappointing if I'm being honest, because I love wigs. This one actually probably feels the best of the three, the softest and has the most natural swing to it, I do suppose. I love wigs, and I was really excited to be getting some new wigs from Mattel, because I've done wigs in the past and some of them are okay and some of them are terrible. So I was excited to see what we were going to do in our modern era where people are wearing wigs again. These wigs are not ideal. Our next thing has what appears to be 2 bags in it. I'm just rearranging these boxes. We're just gonna shove that one in the top now. This feels like I don't know. Paper bag. Le papier. And it is clothes. And the second bag is clothes. So the first thing I'm seeing here is probably the most exciting piece. These sort of coated looking leather pants. They're very shiny, they're very, very nice. There's stitching detail all around in white, which is cool. It's got a fly detail. It's got pocket details. Of course, they are not functional because Mattel never does functional pockets. But the waistband looks pretty nice. The ankles look pretty nice. That's a very decent article of clothing, especially from Mattel and what we're used to from them nowadays. So I am happy with this. We'll see how it looks on the body in a moment. The next thing I'm seeing here is the simplest of simple little black skirt. It looks a little worse for the wear, if I'm honest. Is that the back? I don't know. The front? I don't know. I guess you can wear it any way you like. It's your doll, right? You create. It's got a little bit of stitching detail. This is made out of spandex, a spandex type material. So it's stretchy. It should fit on all of the body types, which is nice. It's got a little detail here at the hem, which is pretty cute. It's simple, but I feel like it's fine. It gets the job done. The next piece we have here, little tank top. It's extremely simple. The stitching looks fine. It's got a Velcro in the back. It's made out of the same spandexy material. Should fit on all the body type. Yeah, that's fine. We'll see what it looks like on a body. Here is a skirt piece, which has a high-low hemline. I don't know. I feel like that one's maybe like a little bit dated for me. But it's not the worst. It's got a serged edge at the bottom instead of a hem, which is all right. Yeah, it's got like a flared shape. It's cute enough. I mean, it could use a steam, but I mean, I don't have time to do that right now, but they'll eventually get steamed out and it'll look nice. Here's a really cute piece that I'm super into the style. It's like a little tube top. It has these clear plastic straps. Then it has these cute little bell mesh sleeves. That's really cute. I like that a lot. The top of the sleeve is just serged. The bottom is also just serged, which is actually probably the best way to finish that fabric for a sleek look, which is what we're going for here. So that's perfectly fine by me. The back has a little bit of Velcro. All the stitching detail looks pretty good. We'll see it on a body. And the last little piece I have here is this black one piece sort of bodysuit situation. It's pretty cute. It's got a big huge cutout on the side. It's got a high neck. I actually really like that piece. I think that's super interesting. Probably one of the stars of the top world as far as these clothes are concerned. And all of these things, this one does have hems on the legs. It's hemmed in the cutout, which probably was hard and cost a lot of money to make, if I'm being honest. And this has a snap closure at the neck, which is interesting. I haven't seen a snap closure like that on, I mean, I guess these are collector, but they're sort of like Playline collector. I haven't seen it in a while. So that's nice, I suppose. I hate this. I don't like it. This is shoes and accessories, question mark. It's the last bag, so I'm assuming. We've got tons of plastic inside here. They were doing so well. Not very much plastic at all until right now. The first pair of shoes, and probably the coolest pair of shoes if we're being honest, these thigh-high clear boots. Look at those. Look at how cool they are. They've got a giant platform on them. They've got a high heel. There is stitching detail up the side. They're kind of like a cloudy clear, and then there's more detail over here that looks like it could be a zipper, completely open in the back. Those are really cool to me. When I stuck my finger in, it did that thing that clear shoes do though, where it gets like real sweaty inside. There's more stitching detail up here. These are a nice piece. I really like those. When I saw them, they were definitely a selling point for me in the kit. There they are. At full glory. The next pair of shoes is these cool platform sandals. Look at that. That platform's a really interesting shape. I like that a lot. Really nice. And there is some painted detail on there. It's not the neatest of painted details I've ever seen, if I'm being honest. Here's the other one. This one actually looks a little less bad. It's cute. And the last pair of shoes, actually also super cool. I wasn't expecting to like these as much as I do. They're just a little slide, but the heel is a big Barbie B, and I love that. They are super, super pointy on the front. Interesting. There's obviously two of those. The quality is about the same on both, so that's nice. Finally, our last plastic bag is accessories. Sorry my band-aid is so ugly, but here's some earrings. These are cool. They're silver. I like them. They're sort of a unique shape. I think my grandma had earrings like these and I always kind of liked them, so they're a little bit nostalgic even for me, so that's nice. The next thing is this multi-tiered necklace. That's also silver, metallic. It's cute. It has different little gems on it. The chains. I mean, I like that piece. It's really nice. And the last piece is these little glasses here. These are cool sunglasses. They're also metallic silver. They've got sort of a cat eye shape, but the lens is like really small in there. I like that. I think that's interesting. It's unique. It's not something that I see on the reg, so that's cool. And these are all made of plastic, by the way, if you were wondering. What I'm gonna do now is pull Kit out of the group. We're gonna deal with her in a minute. I'm gonna dress my 3 Barbie Basics You Create Kit girls up in some clothes and wigs, and then we'll talk about it some more on the other side. See you in a second. So I put my petite girly here in that little bodysuit that I really liked, and I'm feeling like it's not fitting her the way I want it to. And the clothes are supposed to fit all the body types, and like obviously it goes on and it fits, but I feel like it's looking a little baggy down in here, like she doesn't have enough torso to fill out this piece. So I'm gonna take that off of her and try it on someone else. And here's another issue. I'm having a lot of trouble getting this onto this body, the curvy one. I figured I'd try it on her next. I'm really struggling to get it up over her cute little hips. I'm using my body to hold it. I think it will go on, but it's not easy. And will this stretch this out and then it won't fit anyone else? I don't know. There it is. I got it on her. It was hard. Let's see how it looks. Okay, so it was hard to get on the curvy doll, but I did manage to do it. It looks great on her. The neck part is slightly tight, just ever so slightly. It was a stretch. So that's that on her. I think this is gonna be the most problematic of the pieces. So since I'm talking about issues, let's put this on the tall one and see, just have a look. And so here's our tall girl in it. I think it fits her nice. This one's stretched to max capacity in that direction. I honestly feel like if I put it on Kit, it would be like Cinderella and the glass slipper, and it would fit her the best, which is not a shock. But I'm not gonna put it on her because she doesn't come in this kit. Okay, she's the winner. She's gonna keep that because I think it fits her the best of the 3. Let's move on from here. I'm gonna put them in some more clothes. I'll let you know if there are any more issues. So we're dressed. Let me talk about issues that I've had. Our little girl over here, she seems to not want to fit into any of the skirts. They're all looking a little bit big on her. The way they finished off the waistlines of the skirt, they've given you just like the teensiest, insiest little tiny itty bitty hem in there, and because of that it keeps flipping back up. So if they had just left a little more fabric, the chances are it would stay down a little bit better. So I'm seeing the hem on the waistlines of both of these, not liking the way that looks so much. Okay, I feel like the shirt maybe is looking a little bit strange on her because she's so little. She looks okay in this. She has the simplest outfit, so I gave her the best shoes. The shoes fit her and her perfectly fine. They're enormous on her. So, I mean, I guess what I'm saying is the mix and match ability here isn't as mix and matchable as one might hope for $100. Like, my inclination is she gets this one. So let's see. Looking wiggy. Too much forehead, maybe. Okay. I want her in the red one. Wiggy. Very wiggy. Too much forehead. The hair is what it is. And then this little precious in this one. Hate the way that looks. This wig and this wig are looking really scrappy. This wig is looking really wiggy. Hate those. Really was excited for them. Absolutely despise how they look. They're sitting really high off the head, which is a general problem with wigs on a small scale like this. So that's maybe not my biggest problem. They're also sitting slightly too far forward. Like the head is not large enough to accommodate the wig, and it's particularly bad on her. I feel like it fits better on her and a little less. She seems to fit the wig the best. Maybe it's how she's wearing the wig? No. And you know what? From this angle, it's totally lifted off. Like you can see under the hairline. I mean, I don't like them, I guess is what I'm saying, and I'm very disappointed in that because I wanted to like them. So obviously we've got wiggy, wiggy, wiggy because of the lift off the head, but also this hair fiber that they chose to use is so unnatural. It has no, like, look at the way that falls. Like, people's hair don't do that. I'm gonna bring this girl in for a comparison. Like, when you lift up her hair and drop it, it falls in a very hair-like way. When you lift this up and drop it, it's not gonna fall in a hair-like way. I don't like it. I'm disappointed. Let's see. Let's maybe if we can cover it up. Cover it up with some glasses. Is that better? Maybe. Who wants a necklace? You want a necklace? Or do you want earrings? I think this needs a necklace, so she's getting the necklace. Which means the earrings are left over for my favorite cute little girly. Let's put them in. The wig is so scrappy. Yeah, looking like grandma. Gorgeous. Yes, looking like grandma. Stunning. Love that. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. Our Barbie Basics kit number 1. So here's everybody in their final look. I went ahead and put Kid here in one of those outfits I got in 6 days from AliExpress. If you're interested in my AliExpress haul, there will be a video coming up where I do some restyles on some of these girls with the clothes that I got from AliExpress. Spoiler alert, they're nicer than Mattel. But since we are discussing the Mattel looks today, my final thoughts on these dolls. Is the Barbie Basics You Create kit worth 100 doll hairs? Do you see here 100 doll hairs worth of product? And to me, the answer to that question is no. Frankly, I feel like a much fairer price for a kit like this would be 75 to 80 doll hairs. I think that these are on par with the Barbie Basics dolls that do cost 25 doll hairs, right? And I feel like 25 doll hairs, 25 doll hairs, 25 doll hairs, that equals 75 doll hairs if you want to throw in $5 extra for the new face molds. That's fine by me, go for it. The packaging is nice, I guess. They probably spent a lot of money on that. Since we are looking at the product, which is the dolls, I don't think that they're worth 100 doll hairs. Conceptually, I still love this. I think this is genius. I love the idea that somebody created a kit for adults to play with and customize with. I love the notion that everybody's meant to be able to wear all of these pieces and they're all meant to look good on all the body types and they're all meant to fit all of the body types. Unfortunately, that isn't true. The shoes don't fit the little ones. Some of the clothes look strange on her and her. I feel like most of the clothes look good on the tall one. It's just some of like the finishings could have been done a little nicer for $100. I feel like the faces, those are nice and I like them a lot. I picked this kit because as a group, as a total, these were my favorite faces as like a group. There's one face in the kit number 3 that I like the most of all the faces, but because I'm not enjoying this as much as I thought I would and it really isn't worth 100 doll hairs to me, I don't know that I'll be picking up another one unless they go on sale. The wigs though, this is the most disappointing part to me. And the part where this kit felt the flattest is in the execution of the wigs. A wig on the scale is always gonna look a little wiggy. That's not my issue. My issue is they could fit better. They're standing off of most of the heads forward, like in a forward motion, which means that the wig is actually too large for the head. Of course it's gonna stand up off the head, it is a wig, which makes it look wiggy. However, if you had made these wigs out of something with a little bit more hair-like movement, I feel like that tamps down the wiggy factor a little bit and gives us a nicer looking, more natural product. And that, for me, giving me the hair quality that I feel like these girls deserve probably would have been enough to get me to buy a second kit, okay? Also, I mean, maybe what could help them is if they threw in a fourth pair of shoes, gave us a couple of accessories per doll. I mean, it's made of plastic. How much could like an extra pair of earrings cost? You know what I mean? It's very small. So I feel like there's little tweaks that we can do to this to get it to the point where I feel like it's worth $100, but at its current state of being, I wouldn't pay $100 again. Am I happy that I bought these dolls? Yes, because I wanted to experience this so badly, because I still think it's probably one of the best concepts for adult collector dolls that I have seen in a long time. I'm happy to have them in my collection. I think their faces are beautiful. And there will be a future video coming up where I'm gonna try to fix their hair. I'm gonna do some wig swapping between all of the Mattel wigs I have in my house, see if this doll can wear these wigs, these dolls can wear her wigs, these wigs could fit on them. I mean, who knows? There's endless possibilities, isn't there? So stay tuned for that if you're interested, and please do in the comment section below let me know what you think. Do you think these are worth 100 doll hairs? Did you pick one of these up? Did you like it? Do you think that your kid is worth $100? Is it worth $100 to you? I'm interested. Let's continue on the conversation down below. And I hope that you have a wonderful time. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time. Goodbye. Let's just finish up here with some close-ups on our 3 new girlies. Look at that wig, just horrible. This one looks better from this angle than it did from the other angle. And this one, look at all that forehead. Maybe we can fix it. I think we can fix it. Can we get her in focus? Just push it forward a little bit. How's that? Oh, that's better. Yeah, she looks okay now. Yeah, that skirt's really kind of a dated look. I wish that were different. Well, then these boots, none of the shoes fit this little one. She's just, all the shoes are made for the big feet. All the clothes are kind of large on her. She looks the best in all of the clothes, which makes sense. She's the one who's tall enough to be a model. Look at those shoes. I didn't think I was gonna like them, but I do. I love the Barbie bee. And there's some nice footage of her. Yes, very, very good. There they are. There's a lot of them. The Barbie basics. They're cute.